Well, hello, Xiro Nutters, and how are we all doing on this fine day? Now, some of you may have just read the title of this current video and thought, Xiro Nut, you are a clickbaiting douchebag. But no, folks, what we are going to discuss today in this video is actually what is labeled as the title of this video. Let's get started! So, where do we start? You see, a couple days ago I had a brief discussion with one of my subscribers, or perhaps just I had a discussion with the internet in the comment box. I try to avoid that, but this was a very nice individual who asked me or posed the question, Xiro, are you still flying that Xiro drone? Because I'm thinking about getting a Phantom 4. Yes, the Phantom 4 has obstacle avoidance 4K camera, boasting a host of bitchin' features, some of them found on, well, the Xplorer, other drones, and some of them not. We all know that DJI makes very, very, very fine products, and they are very expensive as well. Now, he did leave a small link in that question or comment, and I will save that for just a second. My reply was, hey, why fix it if it's not broken? I mean, one, I'm an aerial photographer. I'm not a drone racer. I'm not worried about going really, really fast or doing all kinds of fancy moves with a drone. That is not my deal. I want to get some bitchin' footage and kind of, well, you know what I do. Two, I kind of have no reason to fly like a mile, 2 miles away from me, given that line of flight or line of sight or whatever they call it is highly recommended by the FAA. It's kind of part of the rules of flying a drone. So do I need a drone that's going to fly like 2 miles out or wherever? Not really. It's not even what I want to do. 4K, do I want a 4K camera? Yeah, 4K's bitchin' and 4K is the trend, but do I really want to edit 4K? Even Casey Neistat's like, I don't really want to fuck with 4K. It's just, you know, it's just too much hard drive space. It just sucks the crap out of my CPU. I don't want to deal with it. I can do so much more. I mean, 1080p looks beautiful, and it's easy to edit, and I can just upload it and toss it around and play with it like Play-Doh. I don't want to deal with 4K. Obstacle avoidance, I mean, that's a nice one. Hi, kitty cat. Everybody say hi to my cat. She's always on the show. You're a good pilot. You're able to fly. Is it really necessary? Do you really need obstacle avoidance? Is obstacle avoidance a must? Obstacle avoidance is a cool thing. But if you're a good pilot, is it a must if you're staying within line of sight? Do you really need obstacle avoidance? And at the end of the day, I said, you know, of all the shots I've got, and I'm not going to say I've got fancy shots or anything, would any of these extra little options, 4K, obstacle, any of these, improved or helped me in any way get the shot or get that footage? So far, no, negative. What I could really use is like inflatable flotation devices, so when it crashes in the ocean, it doesn't sink. It would just like float. But here's the part. What I promised to tell you is that he left a link informing me that Amazon is now selling the same Xiro Xplorer package that I have currently, including 2 batteries, and I guess they're throwing in a battery bank. Now you're getting the complete Xiro controller, the 4K camera, the gimbal, 2 batteries, and from what I can tell, the battery bank it's just an external battery. I'm not sure how that plays into it yet. They're selling this, the whole package, for $325 plus tax. You heard it. Hey, you heard it. $325, and you have yourself a Xiro Xplorer. Okay? So, like everyone that ever wanted a drone at this point, a nice drone that wants to do exactly what you're seeing, there's just no fucking excuse now. That's ridiculous. Upon this whole conversation got me thinking, where do I want to go with this? And I realized, dude, I want to do exactly what I've been doing. It's like when my engine blew up in my truck. You know, what do you want to do? What kind of car do you want? What do you want to do? I said, I don't want to do anything. I want my truck back. And so I rebuilt the engine, or helped rebuild the engine. I didn't really. What is the future of my aerial photography? When my drone dies, when my Xplorer dies someday, or I crash it, God forbid, which I'm probably going to do that first than the other, where do I go from there? And I'm looking at the Autel, and I'm thinking about, you know, the Mavic, and, you know, those are pretty cool. But at the end of the day, I ask myself, dude, what do you really want? And I just kind of want my Xplorer. I know how it works. I know how it operates. I love it. It's dependable. I can look forward to it doing the same thing every time. That's kind of what I want. A backup it is. For $300, guys. This is just everything. It's like, yeah. All the propellers, same batteries, same gimbal, same everything. Same Xplorer. I just got 2 now. Alrighty. And there she is. The bottom of her. So, obviously, I have opened this box once, and I did open it to just make sure everything that's supposed to be in there is in there, so I can immediately return it if it's not. Here you see you get the extra battery and the... This really had me for a loop. Free power bank. I don't know if that's Chinese for external power pack. I did see a slim little thing. I didn't even take it out of the plastic to check it. I just wanted to make sure that everything for the drone is in there. And there it is. That is what you get along with this little cool thing. I don't know if they think this is supposed to be like a platform to land on, perhaps, or maybe just something cool. When I first got mine, I kept this, and I was kind of, because I packed everything in the box because I didn't have a case, and I was just keeping my drone literally in the case like this because it holds it nice and snug. So if you get one and you don't have a case, don't throw your box away. Keep it, and keep these things because it holds it nice and snug. You can take what you don't need in these boxes out, but keep these boxes and keep this, because I remember I was putting my controller in there and kind of patty. Anyways, let's get down to the meat and potatoes because that's what we really want to see. Let's start with this one because it's the one that says it has a power bank inside. So let's just get to it. That's just empty. Here we have 1 battery. And this is the promised power bank. It's a Rappu power bank. And we're going to just find out once and for all. Yeah. This is basically just a 2.1 output external battery. I'm guessing this would be for field charging the controller, maybe. Just taking a look at this. This is a Rappu 5000 milliamp, I think, milliamp hour, whatever it is, battery. And it does have a tight little function on the side, little button there to show the power. It looks like this is fully charged right now. It has a nice little rubber coating on it too. Fits in your back pocket. Fits in my back pocket just like bam. Bam. This is pretty tight. I like this. I don't know how many times 5,000. If you know how many times 5,000 milliamps or whatever will charge a Android cell phone or an iPhone, leave it in the comment box because that'd be cool. This is kind of tight. They just threw it in. It's part of the $300 package. This is $300. Okay. And I shall remove this. It is the 4th battery. And that's just for kicks. Where do they charge these for shipping? Let's look really quick. Shipping mode would be about nothing. Alright, moving on, we have the gimbal accessory, which is packed very nicely. And basically here you have your gimbal setup, camera down here. So it is going to get updated and ready to use before I just kind of pack it away and set it aside. And there goes the gimbal brace. So here you have the basic Xiro Xplorer plug-in gimbal there. Now, as with all V cameras, it comes with an 8 GB memory card, And these memory cards seem to be of pretty good quality. So, and last, here in the little outside packages and boxes and treats you get, we have the propellers. All the propellers are individually wrapped. When I first got mine, I was really, really anal, and I would like take it out of the bag. When I was done flying, I put it back in the bag. And then as I started to smash and crash these things into the ground, into the grass and dirt and sand, I just started to say fuck it. And I just leave them all out of this stupid bag all the time. Nice touch, but I just don't use the bags anymore. And we got a cool little nifty bag with a bunch of a myriad of components and little accessories in here. I think there's a little cloth for cleaning. You will find your strap for the remote control in here. You will find a little wrench for taking apart the little brushless engine, whatever you call them, doohickeys. And finally, we have the actual Xiro itself. Yes, this is the Xiro drone as you see it out of the box. There are a couple warnings on here telling you, please don't be a douchebag. And that's basically all it says. So basically, remove this little warning that says don't be a douchebag. And you can see you have your fittings here in which your camera will go into. And, excuse me, no, your camera's going to go in here. And that locks your camera in place. And that is your little battery fitting. I think I got that right. Yeah. And the power button on top right there. On the very bottom of this box is the controller. Because we've all seen the controller and I don't want to unpack all these boxes here, I'm just going to leave the controller in the bottom of the box. If you're really voyeuristic and you want to know, there is a small sticker on the front of the controller as well that basically says, don't be a douchebag. So notice, what can I say? For 350 bucks, under 350 bucks, it's probably the best drone option you're ever going to see or get or take part of for a quality drone for some time to come. That's a lot of bang for the buck right there. Lots of bang for the buck. Pretty unreal. Before I let you go, I wanted to get to some little news type things. Man, I've been getting kicked out of so many places. I actually put a video up, I'm not even going to say which one, a couple weeks ago. And I realized when I got back, and after talking to the ranger, that I took some irresponsible shots. I actually took the video down. But I've been getting kicked out of just beaches, parks, neighborhoods, everywhere. You know, just be really responsible. Don't fly over people's heads. Don't fly over people's personal gatherings, because that's stupid and snoopy. Don't fly obviously near airports and ridiculous places like that. And I learned, don't fly in a bird refuge. It's not cool to fly in a bird refuge. It's really beautiful, but it's a bird refuge, man, and the birds don't even know what to do about those quadcopters. They don't know how to react. I'm chasing them now. I did not chase any birds in any videos, but I did get kicked out for filming in a bird refuge, and I've been getting kicked out of quite a few places. There is a great, I wish, I didn't even get the guys. There are some awesome tutorial videos on editing aerial photography. And this one guy, something Productions, and he has like 10 tips, and he gives the best advice. One of the tips that just really resonated with me is he's like, the best shots can be, not always, but he says, you see all these people getting as high up in the air as they can doing these large aerial shots. The best shots are like floating 6 to 12 feet off the ground. Just like cruising 9 feet, just right above head level. But he really emphasizes that, really touches on how you can just get really great shots just cruising along at like 12, 8, 15 feet. Nice, slow. This was kind of a special thing where I just had to let you know, if you have Amazon Prime, it's free shipping, and then it just makes it totally killer. So I don't know if this applies to you Australians, and I know the exchange rate is 29 to, anyways, I'm not going to get it, $1.29 to $1 US, because he found that out in 10 seconds on Google. Boom! You guys have a great day. Xiro Notice, I am out!